Christ. Oh, God, I hate this new YouTube. Shadow, what's up? How you doing, Eric? Mike Bird, what's going on? I wasn't going to even do a show tonight. I'm on my way up to see my brother. So, but I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave a little later. Michael Bear, what's up? Hey, did you get your new batteries? Let's see here. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, well, I didn't want to miss it. I was gonna try to go live while I drove up the road. I decided, nah, let's just. We're gonna cut it short tonight. I'm not doing any kind of marathon tonight. I got to get on the road. So I need your help, guys. I'm looking for a charger for my my Arma Grom little truck. I think it's called an EC or an IC2 connector or charger. Do any of you guys have the little Arma Grom truck? And if you do you know what the charger looks like? Because I don't remember what it looks like. I think I know what it looks like, but I'm not having any luck finding it. And I'm looking around here. Let's see if we can get this off the counter. This is my radio flying. Yeah, I don't remember what the hell I did with it. It's been so long since I ran the truck. And I don't remember if I charged it in here, which I probably did, which means it's probably laying on the floor over here somewhere. And I just have to find it. Oh, what's this for? This is a bag of goodies for something. What the hell is this for? This is probably... Oh, I think I know what that's for. I should have put that back in the box. We got here a couple of 2-cell packs or a 3-cell pack. What do we got here? That's a 1500. 3-cell. Oh, I could probably fly with that. What's this one? 1300. 3-cell. Yeah, okay. Alright, maybe I'll be fine with those. Alright, let's see what we got here. Well, Bill, what's up? How you doing, man? David, what's going on? Hi, Crystal. Merry Christmas, everyone. Yeah, my brother's fine. Not going up for any emergency. Just want to gonna go see him for Christmas. I haven't been to this house. I never made it out to his house in Seattle. Too far to drive. I wasn't gonna fly out there. You got the batteries and they're awesome? Good. Glad to hear that. That's cool. Uh-oh. Yeah, more crap. Let's see. What else we got here? Is your brother at the Villages? No, he's a married man. Sorry we're a little dark. I've got the heater on over here, and so I had to kill that light because they're on the same circuit. Trying to get a little heat in here. So I got the fireplace running, and I don't know what the temperature is. Let me look. It's 57 out here. It's a little nippy out here. Not too bad. So I'm gonna go close the door too. Yeah. So I'm trying to charge up my truck, and I think I've got an alternative charger to work. But I was really hoping to find. If I remember right, it's a little like a dongle thing that plugs into a phone jack thing, and then the battery plugs straight into it. If I remember right, but I don't know where it is. I can't find it. Yeah, it's a USB plug. Yeah, I think it's a dedicated. Well, it's the little. I believe it's called an IC2 plug on the battery. No balance lead. Of course, it's got the wire. For the. Although I don't think the battery has that wire, so it really doesn't need that balance lead because I don't think the battery itself has that wire on it. If I remember right, I'd have to look. The little truck is out in the big truck, trying to get packed. I'm pretty much done. Well, you wouldn't have it, Michael, unless you bought one of those trucks, because it comes with the truck. So unless you bought the truck, you don't have that charger. It's a dedicated 2-cell EC or IC2 plug. So yeah, it's so I'm pretty sure it came with a probably. I think there were a lot in the truck too. So I've got the ones that came with it, and that plug in the little charging mechanism is right where you plug it into the USB port, and then it has a pigtail, pretty long pigtail. You just plug the balance lead into it. Well, these batteries don't have balance leads, so they're not the right one. JCB, what's up? Jeff in Lower Alabama. Good to see you guys. Great to see you here, man. Merry Christmas to everybody. So yeah, I'm just poking around looking for it. I'm going to use. I've got an adapter. I think I can make work. And I may actually excuse myself for a minute to go test it. Although, no, I won't either because I could test it here. No, I can't. I'd have to turn that power back on, and I don't think it'll work with the fireplace going. I'm probably going to blow a breaker if I try to run them both at the same time. So yeah, yeah. All right. Well, we'll muddle through. Well, yeah, I'll have to go pee at some point, Eric. I'm not gonna lie about it. Listen, I got a prostate problem. I have to pee. I've been going way too long out here. When I need to pee and I'm holding it, and I'm not doing myself any favors because what usually happens after I've hurt myself, and I don't mean like painfully hurt myself, although sometimes, but I've aggravated my prostate, and then when I try to go pee. I can pee, but it comes in squirts and spurts, and and then it relaxes, and then I have to pee some more, and then I think I'm done. I get up, and 5 seconds later I have to go back and pee some more, and that routine goes on for about an hour while my body readjusts to the fact that, oh, you are going to let us pee. Oh, okay, well then we'll give you some pee. My body starts rejecting, revolting, and says, oh, no. You had your chance. You chose not to go pee, so, suffer. Like, oh, yeah, it's not fun. So when I need to pee, I need to go pee. I just have to get up and go. I can't keep holding it like I've been doing. So yeah, I'll have to go pee. What I was going to do is, I'll show you what I've got. I brought that part in. It's not the ideal situation, but I think it'll work. And I don't even remember what the hell this is for, but I've got alligator clips. I can't remember what this was for. What? Bucket and a funnel. Oh. And I'll be fine. Yeah. Excuse me under the desk here. Just give me a minute here. Oh, yeah, okay, we're good. Oh, I peed all over my leg. Oh, shit. Damn it, I hate when I do that. A urinal in the garage might be the answer. Nah. Yeah, the hell the bucket and funnel idea will work better than a urinal. I don't have to get up. I can pee in a bucket through a funnel right here in the chair, I don't have to go stand by the wall. So these are the banana plugs that plug into a charger. So I can plug these into a charger, and then I've got this connector here, which I don't know why. I can't remember what the hell this setup was for. And then I've got 2 alligator clips here, so I can and they're very small alligator clips, so I can stick those into the holes of the battery of the IC2 and put the negative on the negative, positive, and then just set the charger for a charge, and it'll charge it. So I think this will work. Temporary until I find the charger that came with it. So, great idea, Bill. Hose went outside. Yeah, well, that's what, ouch. That's what Mike wants me to do with the urinal. He wants me to drill a hole in the side of the building and put a urinal in and then have the hose go outside. So, yeah. Yeah, there you go. A transmission funnel in the corner of the pisser. There you go. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you would. Don't lie, Mike. You'd laugh a lot. You guys would all be laughing. Yeah, there you go. Just drill a hole. I'll have a glory hole for the side of my building. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll be fine when I get my bathroom installed here. I'm just gonna go up and pee in the shower and then just turn the shower on to flush, and I'll be fine. That's gonna be my urinal, is my shower. I've already got it worked out. I'm gonna have a pipe going down the side of the building with holes drilled in it, and when I turn the shower on, there'll be a fountain on the outside of the building, water in the grass, and it'll just take the urine and water the grass with the urine, and then I shut the shower off, and we're good. So, Yeah, this is an RC channel. We're not talking much about RC. Well, here I'll bring some. Here's some RC into the mix. All right, here we go. We got this little helicopter I bought. It's another one of those EAR, whatever brand. Let me move this. It's kind of taking up some space. Put it over here. That's the tape thing. We'll move that. I already moved my glass. I guess we'll put that over there. Here's the spinner for the the plane we did last week. The PC9. Yeah, here's the Hobby King spinner. This is the same spinner that goes on the Super Tucano. So, and no problems. This balance is easy. You just put the balancer through the big hole and you just start painting the heavy blade. No big deal. Balance is just like a 2-blade, 3-blade, 4-blade, doesn't matter. So, but I love this prop. It looks cool as hell on the plane. So I brought that in. I forgot. Remember last week I forgot it. But there it is there. We'll put that up there. Let's see, the car I can put maybe. These are the struts for the PBY, I believe. If I put the car up here, does that get it out of the way? Anyway, yeah, pretty much. Okay, yeah. I think you might be seeing this is the corner of the. Yeah, it's just the front corner of the car. Now it's out of the picture. Okay. My glasses are here. Here comes a helicopter flying over. Here. There you go. Sound effects. I don't know if you heard that or not. Yeah, I could print a 3D a door. Yeah. Michael Bear, have you got a 3D printer yet? And if you don't, why the hell not? You should have one. You can make your wife such beautiful things. It might even get you laid. Just saying. Well, sort of. Yeah. I mean, it auto levels. It's got all these helicopters have stabilizers in them, so they kind of auto. They don't. You have to trim it. Okay. I mean, it'll come back to level, but it's not trimmed. You got to trim it. Otherwise, it'll level and then drift. Whichever way the trim needs to go. It's going to fly away. This doesn't have any kind of station keeping or auto return to home or any of that nonsense. You got to fly this. But yeah, if you let go of the sticks, if you're flying along like this and you let go of the sticks, it's going to level. But then once it stabilizes, it's going to go. If it's out of trim, it's going to drift, and then you got to trim it to get it to stay in place. And then of course, if the wind's blowing, it just goes with the wind. Whatever direction the wind's blowing, it goes with it. But these are great fun. They're a lot of fun. Nice helicopters. I've got 5 of them now, I think. And they're all different. And I can go get there. I've got one just like this one, this style with the tail rotor enclosed here. Bigger. And that's the one, it's a 5-blade. And it has and it looks identical to this, but it's got lights on the end of the boom back here on both sides, red and green. It's got a red light up here. It's got a white light up front. This one only has the red light here and the white one up front. This one doesn't have... The other one has a LiDAR camera on it. And what the camera does is when it's hovering, the camera's pointed straight down and it's looking at the ground. And if the wind blows it this way and the camera sees it's moving this way, it tries to bring it back. Now, it's not super accurate, but it does help stabilize it even more than just the stabilization. So you still have to trim it, but it tries to help. Once you get it trimmed out, then that LiDAR camera helps, try to station keep it a little better. That one's the best flying one I have, and it's the same style helicopter as this exactly. A red and orange, yellow paint scheme. Yeah, that's my favorite one. I really like that one. And then I've got Cletus McFarlane's Consuela, which is just like this one. It's the same size as this one. It's a 4-blade just like this one. They actually use the same battery pack. I think the transmitters are the same too. Let me look at the transmitter here. No, I don't think the transmitters are the same. It's a little different. Yeah. But, and then I've got the Coast Guard one. I got two of the Coast Guard ones. The one's right there I have to repair. And then, is that all? Yeah, that's all 4 of them. Yeah, this one, Consuela, the Coast Guard, and then the big one of these. And, yeah, they're really fun to fly. They're good flyers. They're small enough you can fly them around in tight spaces. Really easy. Oh yeah, there's plenty of them that if you want to, these are only $150 roughly in that range. That depends on if they're on sale. They're like $143, but they're right around the $150 range, and they come with everything. So, yeah, if you want one that has GPS, station keeping, and all that, they're like $250, which is still not bad, but and then the prices just go up from there. Return to home and all that. The more options you add, the more they cost. So I don't need any of that. I can fly a helicopter, no problems. Been doing it for a long time, so I don't need all that. I just wanted a couple of, I wanted some fun little stabilized helicopters that I can play with. Because what I do at the flying field is if I sit down to take a break, let my back rest, I'll put one of these up while I'm sitting in the chair and fly it around, kind of off the main flight line over by where my pit area is. And I just fly it around. So, yeah, they're a lot of fun. I really like these little helicopters. They're really beautifully done. I mean, the detail on them and everything is great. They really have a lot of detail. And like I said, the bigger one of this one has lights on the boom back here, which look really cool. And it's a 5-blade. As a matter of fact, the other two are the Coast Guard, the 2 Coast Guard ones, and the bigger one of this are 5-blade, and then this one and Cletus's Consuela are 4-blade. And the flight times are amazing for these little tiny batteries. These things will fly 12, 15, 20 minutes, depending on how aggressively you're flying them. I mean, I don't like to fly them that long because the motor gets so damn hot. I'm afraid it's going to melt inside the helicopter. So I generally fly them for about 7, 8 minutes at the most, and then land, and then I'll let it cool down, and then I'll fly it again. Yeah, because I'm just afraid of the full flight. It's going to burn up the damn motor. It gets pretty damn hot. So, yeah, but I like them. I think they're kind of cute. They're fun to fly. So I don't know. Did you mean to type a TS16? Because I don't know what a TS15 is. So yeah, I think you meant to type a TS16. And yeah, great radio. And if you don't have, if yours isn't on OpenTX, I recommend you put it on OpenTX. It's just a much easier, um, basic, type programming. I think you'll learn it a lot faster than Edge. Um, yeah, Edge, like I said, OpenTX is DOS and Edge is Windows. If you know how to program in DOS, if you understand that old technology, then you'll just totally get OpenTX. So it is a 15. I haven't heard of that one. A TS15. Yeah, I haven't heard of that one. I'll have to look and see what that is. Um, yeah, I've looked at a couple of the XK ones. I haven't bought one of those yet, but I've looked at them. Yeah, it's got a touch. My TS16's got a touch screen. Yeah, I don't use it, but it's got I have 3 of those radios now. I might just, when I bought the PC19, I got another TS16 Radio Master. So now I have 3 radios with touch screens that I don't use. I just don't use the touch screen. It's easier just to hit the button up and down. I mean, I think I just index through what I want to work on, and my thumb never leaves the buttons. I just button around and I'm done. To button around and then let go and push it on the screen or type it on the screen, and I don't know. Maybe the typing part, but still, you got to let go of the radio to type, and then go back to the radio. You're always going back to the radio. So, all right, let me look at this thing. I'm going to open it in a different window here. Yeah, I haven't heard of the TS15. I don't know why they would make unless it's just cheaper. But these Radio Master TS16s are so damn cheap as it is. Oh, yeah, so that's the 15, huh? Yeah, that one looks a little too toyish for me, or too drone-ish. I guess that's more accurate. It looks like a drone radio. Maybe that's what it's for. Maybe it's designed to be a drone radio. I see both sticks are centered, like a drone radio. I don't know if they just did that for the picture or not. And you can do that to the the regular Radio Master. You can take the tensioner off of it so the throttle stick centers. It's built into the radio. You just have to go inside and make the adjustment. It's a simple adjustment. So. Okay, Michael, which you say I think they realized how good the old series was. Which old series? Are we talking about the Radio Master old series or the Spectrum DxO series? Which one are we talking about? It's hot here? Where are you at, Michael? Nolan? It's hot there? I thought it was cold there. What's going on? It's freezing here. It was 30. Well, I had some 2-liter bottles out in the yard, and they got dew on them last night. And when I woke up this morning, the dew was frozen on them. We got below zero here. It was ice on everything in the yard. It was ice on it from the dew. There was big heavy dew last night, and then it all froze. So everything was frozen this morning. So we got really cold last night. So Nick, you bought a Futaba speed controller? Okay. Yeah, I'm the same way, Juno. The hotter the better. I love the heat. I don't care for this cold crap. Not my jam. Craig Beeman, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, so yeah, the Spectrum radios are just way too expensive. My God, they're just out of their minds what they're asking for those radios. That's crazy. And you can still pick up um, a Radio Master for, I think I've seen them as low as 179 for the 16 channel touchscreen, the the good gimbals, the hollow gimbals, all the good shit. $179. I mean, you just can't touch that. With 70 different protocols, it'll fly anything. It'll fly your Spectrum. It'll fly everything. Yeah, you just can't beat that radio. It's just amazing. I love it. So I think it's a great radio. My Tyrannus Plus is the same, basically the same radio, just the same quality, the same, nice gimbals. It doesn't have a touch screen, but it's got a little screen anyway, so you don't, and I don't need the touch screen, so I don't mind that. But yeah, the only difference is the radio, the FR Sky Tyrannus can't do all the protocols. That's what's so wonderful about the Radio Master, is it does every protocol you can think of. You pretty much. So I fly all my Spectrum airplanes on that radio when I fly them. I'm taking 2 airplanes with me. I'm taking all the helicopters with me. I'm taking my tank with me. 2 of the trucks. The little trucks. I think this is going to work. I think I'll be able to charge it with this. And what else am I taking? Oh, I'm taking 4 airplanes. I'm taking two UMX planes, and then I'm taking my small RV-8, the Flex RV-8, the little one. It's a night version, so if I get the opportunity to fly at night, I doubt that. It's going to be way too cold up there, but we'll see. I keep forgetting it's December in the rest of the world, and everybody else is, fighting snow and freezing pipes, and we're out in the pool. So it got pretty warm today, even though it started out really, really cold. It warmed up nice today. I think it was in the 70s here, low 70s, but yeah, and but it's cooling back off. Like I say, it's 57 degrees out here right now, so it's cooling down. But yeah, it. Oh, I know what that is. So what else is anybody got any new airplane news? Anything new and exciting going on? Anybody come out with anything new that we don't know about? Oh, I got some news. I forgot to tell you about. You guys are gonna think I'm nuts. I bought another car. Got a huge tailwind coming from the Telluride this afternoon. The old Falcon was going 700 miles per hour over the ground. Nice. Very nice. Although, I think you can wind that thing up to that kind of speed anyway, couldn't you? You've ordered the FMS 80 Sabre? Yeah. Good airplane. I bought 2 of them. Well, the day they released them. You know, when they finally released it and the price was $499, bought 2 of them. And now I think they're on sale right now for like $469, I think. You're going to be building your twig over Christmas. Building your twig? Isn't that like a 2-minute build? I mean, isn't it really just, you know, a balsa box, a little, you know, a little CA, and you're done, isn't it? Oh, you know what? I guess it's probably a. Yeah, you probably have to. It's a 3D wing, isn't it? It's not just a flat piece of foam board. It's a rolled wing. So yeah, all right. So there might be a little building involved, I guess. And yeah, nothing worse than running out of cars. It's going to take you well over an hour. Oh my God, an hour? Really? Holy crap! You better pack a lunch. Oh God, you bought that GB, Jeff? Oh Jesus. Okay. Yeah, so the car is so funny. This is crack. Wait till you hear this. Cracked me up. I couldn't believe it. So I'd seen it on Facebook Marketplace because I've been looking for a G8 and found a couple of them that I could afford, but both of them were total losses. So the one got hit in the side, and this guy was a complete moron. He just refused to take pictures and, you know, show me what the damages were, and I just gave up on that one. It had so much wrong with it, and the price wasn't even close to good enough to do all the work it needed. So and since he wouldn't be honest with me about all the damage on it, I just gave up on it. I was talking to this guy for 2 weeks, and I kept asking him to send me pictures, and he'd send me pictures, you know, in the parking garage with no light, and a video, no pictures, a video. And then I said, dude, I can't see anything. It's too dark. You know, take it out in the light. So what does he do? He takes it to a mobile gas station, and under the fluorescent lights, he tries to take pictures. I said, dude, I need you to take it out in the sunlight, okay? Go out in the sun and take me some real pictures, you know. And he finally did that. And then I finally get to see the car, and there was way more damage on the car than he ever told me. So now I'm seeing all this extra damage now that he didn't disclose, and I've been asking him, you know, is there any, you know, I want to see pictures of every nick, scratch, dent, you know. When I get there, I'm going to see all this stuff. So show me now so I know what I'm coming to look at, okay? Okay, I'll do it, you know, and he didn't do it, and I gave up. So now the other one that's a total loss is he showed me a picture of the damage. The car went under a truck, like a tractor trailer. So all it did is it peeled the hood back and the top of the fender, and it peeled back almost to the course or to the shock tower. I don't think it hit the shock tower. So it broke the bumper cover's fine. It didn't touch the frame or the bumper or none of that. So there's no frame damage. It's not bent. I'm sure it broke all the plastic and whatever's under the hood right there. So he would have had to replace all the crap under the hood. Obviously the hood, the fender, but that's about it. You know, the grill. So I wasn't too concerned about that total loss. And then he repainted the whole car. You know, it's a black car, and instead of painting just those pieces, he repainted the whole car. So it's absolutely beautiful. You know, he did a great job painting it. It's beautiful, and and these cars are going from, you know, in the 16,000 to 23,000 range. Okay, for a nice G8 with the, you know, with the an LS3 motor in it. So so he's at 12.8, and I said, you know, if I came with cash tomorrow, what would you take? And he said 10.8. Okay, so we're you know, like $6 to $8,000 cheaper for a total loss car that's all new paint and everything. Now, what's got me worried though is he told me that he blew the motor up. Now he's replaced the motor, but what did he do to blow the motor up? And is he doing that to the motor that's in it now before I go buy it? You know? I'm like, you know, what did you do to blow it up? You know, I haven't asked him that yet. I need to ask him that, you know, and are you doing the same thing to this motor? So he got an LS3 motor out of Tahoe, or no, it's a GMC Yukon Denali. So he got the motor out of that, which is a bigger motor. It's a 6.2, and the Pontiac comes with a 6.0. So now it's got a 6.2 motor in it. And the install looks perfect. It looks, you know, like it's supposed to. Everything looks good. So it hasn't gone anywhere. It's still for sale. Everybody's so turned off about total loss cars that nobody will want to buy it for 10, you know. And I really don't want to buy it for 10 either. But I probably would go at 9. If it was not, instead of 10.8, if you take 9 for it, I'd probably pull the trigger. It just looks like a brand new car, you know. There's some other things about it I'm not crazy about. It's got black wheels on it. I hate black wheels. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is change the wheels. Well, either replace them or take them to my buddy and have them repowder coated silver or something other than black. It's got a wing on the trunk that's the wrong wing for the car. I'm not crazy about it. I don't hate it, but I'm not crazy about it. It's supposed to have just a spoiler on the trunk lid. And this one's got some kind of crazy wing on it. And the wing was on it when he bought it. Or, well, he hasn't told me, and I guess I haven't asked. I don't know if he wrecked it or he bought it wrecked. So, but that wing was on it when it was wrecked. So, either way, I don't know if he bought the wing or if he bought the car wrecked to fix it. Yeah, Craig, I you know, like I said, it just peeled the hood back, and you know, it didn't do any frame damage. It didn't hit any of that. It went right under a truck. So you know, I'm sure the frame and everything's perfect. It's, you know, it's not gonna be twisted or anything. It was all just cosmetic damage. You know, it's not a. So I'm not worried about that. I'm a little worried about him blowing the motor up. That that kind of concerns me, because if he's out there beating on this motor before he sells it to me, you know, I'm not sure I'm going to want that. So, but yeah, I'm not afraid of the damage on this one. It's just like the one I bought, the Charger I bought was a total loss. One of them, a tree fell on the roof. You know, and they totaled it for that. That's not crash damage. The car's straight. Everything's fine. All the doors line up. Everything's perfect, you know. They replaced the roof and the back glass, and, you know, the car's perfect. So, yeah, I don't have any problem with that. But the one that got hit in the side, yeah, I was that one I didn't want. I told him, listen, take pictures of the doors. You know, I want to see the gap between the doors, you know, both sides of the car, so I can compare one side to the other. Well, they're not even, so obviously the car's bent. And when he had the passenger door open, taking a picture of the interior, I could see at the B pillar at the bottom, it looked like it had been crushed in, and it makes a fold, and all the paint comes off of it when you get that. And they didn't fix that damage; it was still there. So yeah, I was losing. The more I talked to this guy, the least interested I got in the car. I mean, finally I just gave up. Stopped talking to him. It was a waste of time. So, yeah. What are you looking for? That Harbor Freight might have one. Yeah, Michael, that one you should have bought that one because the dumpster was its own box. It came with a box to put it in, because it's parked right next to its box. There was a dumpster in the background. So yeah, you should have bought that one. Just have them put it in the box and deliver it. I don't know why you shouldn't have passed on that one. That was a steal. Yeah, came with its own shipping crate. So. What are we printing? I'm missing something here. Let me back up. Oh. Okay, I don't know what reinforcement you need for the nose gear. Um, I haven't had any trouble with the nose gear. I've got two of them, and I haven't had any problem with the nose gear, so I don't know what we need the reinforcement for. They said the same thing about the Super Tucano. I haven't had any landing gear problems with the Super Tucano, and I never ordered or printed that reinforcement either. So, what was Michael? What Michael Bear? Or I'm sorry, Michael Bird. What did John want to print? Are you talking about the reinforcement for the landing gear on the Saber? John said he needed one of those. Philip, what's up? How you doing, man? Trying to figure out. Let's see here. What did I miss? Something. Definitely missed something. What did I miss? Okay. All right. I guess I'm caught up. Uh, Joe, happy Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. Thank you. I Well, unless you're landing on the nose gear, which you're not supposed to do, you're not going to need that reinforcement. Everybody said the same thing about the Super Kikano, and God, that's the easiest plane in the world to land. I don't know how people are dorking the nose gear on that thing. God, that thing lands beautiful. And the Sabre does too. I mean, I don't know. I just haven't had any issues. I got a lot of flights on these planes. And on a grass field, too. I'm flying off grass. I ain't flying off pavement, which is much easier on landing gear. And I haven't any trouble at all with these things. I don't know what everybody's having a problem with. So... yeah, yeah, Nick, I considered throwing my ender away too. It's sitting right there. Um, I didn't throw it away. It's just a decorative piece now. I'll never print on it again. um, but it's just background art now. Yeah, Michael Bear, that's the thing. People keep telling me how they grease them in and all this stuff, and then they have landing gear problems. Well, if you're tearing up your nose gear, you're not greasing it in. I don't know what your definition of greasing it in is, but it ain't that. So yeah, I just don't have those problems. I haven't had to print. The only one I ever printed was the nose gear reinforcer for my Avanti way back in the day, and yeah, well, I know, Mike, but and I don't. That's fine. I understand that. I just where I struggle with it is when people are telling me that they're having problems. They're complaining that the plane's got weak gear, and they're greasing their landings. Well, if you're having trouble with the nose gear, you're not greasing your landings. I'm sorry, but the two don't add up. So yeah, you don't have to be a perfect pilot, but don't tell me you're greasing your landings when you're tearing the nose gear out of the plane. That just doesn't compute. So anyway, but yeah, um, yeah, I had heard that I had never heard anybody complaining about the nose gear on the Sabre. I heard a bunch of complaints about the Super Tucano, but I've never had any issues with my nose gear on that one. But yeah, I hadn't heard that about the FMS plane. Yeah, see, that's just my point, Michael Bird. I'm not flying off a perfect field in any shape or form. Our grass runways are pretty rough. Um, I mean, they're well maintained as far as the grass is cut, but there's a lot. It's patchy. We've got sand and then grass and sand and grass and so yeah, your landing gear's taking a beating on our field. It really is. It's not kind to landing gear, and yet I'm not having these problems. So even my old P40, the LX models one, that the landing gear's not even mounted with screws. It's just glued to the paint that's painted on the foam. Okay, so there's absolutely no structural strength there at all, and yet I haven't torn the landing gear out of that thing either. And everybody can say, "Oh, I greased my landings and the gear came out of the plane." Well, I guess you're not greasing them then, because it's not even like they glued it to the foam, the bare foam, like got the paint off. They painted it and then glued the damn gear to the paint. which never stays on, you know. And yet, the landing gear's still perfect in my airplane. I haven't knocked it out yet. And is that what they're? Yeah, is that what they're using for the reinforcement on the nose gear? Is just a piece of piano wire? That's a great idea. I never even thought of doing that, Michael, until you said that. That's a great idea. You know, if the gear goes back instead of forward, um, yeah, the piano wire would work. The on the Avanti, the nose gear went forward, so when it comes back, it's easy to put a brace behind it to stop it. You know, to hold it from going. You know, trying to tear. But when it's coming from, you know, down from back to forward, yeah, there's nothing behind it to, you know, keep it. But a piece of piano wire would work. So, oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I have no problem. You know, you know, if you could put protective maintenance in the airplane by printing that that reinforcement piece, do it. Absolutely. You know. Um, oh, not your entire plane's piano wire, the entire gear. I gotcha. Yeah. Um, it's like the reinforcement kit on the Draco. You know, I had over 200 landings on that plane and didn't never hurt the landing gear. And everybody said the gear was weak and they were kept breaking the landing gear. And so what's his name? Just plain crazy made this reinforcement uh, brackets you put in the gear to stiffen them up and make them, you know, stronger. And I'm like, well, hell yeah, you know, why not? You know, so to promote his piece, and I've still only put one side in. I haven't done the other side yet, so I only have that reinforcement piece on one side of the landing gear. I haven't done the other side. But yeah, I was like, yeah, it's what the hell? Why not? You know, it ain't gonna hurt anything. You know, it's easy to put in. It doesn't take very long. What the hell? So yeah, I did it on the one side. You know, but yeah, what the hell? I never had a problem with my Avanti landing gear, but I made that brace anyway. You know, just for shits and giggles. I made it, went ahead and made it. Um, but yeah, I never had any problem with the landing gear in that plane either. And that one, I think I made that out of a piece of plywood. I didn't have a 3D printer back then. I couldn't 3D print one. I cut it out of wood. Um, go print myself a medal. I have one better. Hang on a minute, Mike. I got one better. Hang on. I already did. So I want to thank all the people, all the small people out there that for you know your kind words and your voting for me and so there's my medal right there. I just put it right there. uh, it's it's a lot shinier than it looks. Hang on a minute. Let me put some light on it here because it's I got the lights turned off. Let me see how that looks. Oops. Let me get a. Yeah, it's very shiny. That's not a. Is my other flashlight in here? This one's kind of dumb. I got a brighter one than this. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I guess let me put it back here a minute. Maybe. I can't really get it. Anyway, it's very shiny. It doesn't look it on camera right now, but it's very gold looking. So, yeah, I printed myself a Oscar. Why the hell not? Right? What the hell? Yeah, it's right there. It's in the picture here. Well, kinda. I'll tell you where it is. Hang on a minute. Let me move a couple things. I'll show you where it is. It's in the picture here. So if you look underneath the PC9, okay, and I think my cup's in the way. Yeah, my cup's in the way. All right, so I move the cup. Let me move this. Okay, there. Now you can see it. Do you see the clock? Okay, you see the face of the clock. It's to the right of the clock. That's Jeff's trophy right there. It's just to the right of the clock. So it's past the leg of the airplane stand. It's just past the leg to the right. Um, yeah, that's the trophy I got from Jeff. Yeah, that's exactly what I put for Jeff for being the most modest at the field. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I never talk about myself at the field. I just actually I don't. I don't. I just try to help people at the field if they want my help. I don't talk about you know people. The guys at my field are, I don't know. They're great guys. Don't I mean? But some of them they just don't want to learn. You know, they just don't want your help. Like, okay, you know. So Nick, which award? My Oscar that I printed for myself? Nothing. The other one was Jeff in Lower Alabama here had a landing contest, um, and I won that event. You know, Jeff, who won the second year? One. Um, I don't know who won the you did it the year after, and I don't know who won that one. Who won that one? Eddie K. Okay, cool. What was he flying? Or let me think a minute. I flew. Shit, I flew a dozen different airplanes. Did he do it all with one plane, or was he using several planes? Yeah, Philip. You didn't know they did? Yeah, yeah. RC airplanes are part of the Academy Awards now. Yeah, 10 people here, and four of them are mics. Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny? The Aero Scout. That's funny. uh, Let's see, what else? May have been the Carbon ZT-28. Yeah, that's a good airplane. Um, yeah, definitely one of my favorites. That's just a damn good airplane. Um, it's always some guy named Mike. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's always that Mike guy. Yeah, let's get Mikey to try it. He'll eat anything. He'll like it, right? Good old Mikey. All right, I gotta go take a pee break. I'm already past due. All right, so give me a minute here. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back. Okay. Boy, it's 52 degrees outside. Oh, man, it dropped to 55 in here, too. Wow. Yeah, it just dropped 3 degrees. So, definitely cold. Yeah, I'm the best pilot in the whole wide world. Just ask me, yeah. Oh, yeah, so I never got back to my story about the car. So, anyway, so I've been looking at this car. It's a station wagon, another station wagon. It's a Caprice wagon, not a Buick wagon, not an Oldsmobile wagon. It's a Caprice wagon. They're all the exact same body. Roy, what's up? But they have the Buick and the Oldsmobile has the old Vista Cruiser roof in it, the glass roof. And they didn't put it in the Caprice. I don't know why. But the Caprice doesn't have the glass roof. And the Oldsmobile and the Buick do. And they made that car from 90... I think it was from 91 to 96. Was the wagon. The only thing they changed were the mirrors on the... the engine too, but I mean the body wise. The only thing he changed from 91 to 96 was the mirrors. And same body. So this one, the reason I bought it was, well, I was looking at it for weeks, and I never bothered to go look at the profile to see who was selling it. I just didn't bother. I was kind of looking at it. It's got a lot of extra parts on it. That makes it well worth what I paid. He was asking $2,500, and my buddy was looking at it too, and he's the one that called me and asked me if I'd been looking at it, and I said, yeah, as a matter of fact, I have been. And he says, well, we've offered him 18, and he said he'd take it. So he's asking 25. He said he'd take 18, and it's got the LT1 motor in it and everything, but the extras it's got, he did the rear brake. Converted it to disc brakes in the rear, so there's a conversion kit you can get, which is pretty pricey, and he already did that. It's got a beautiful cowl hood on it, the low cowl, not the big monster stupid looking one, the nice low cowl hood. It's a fiberglass hood. It has that on it, and it's in perfect condition. He put the gauge pillar in it. He put a floor shifter in it, the center console shifter. Not out of the 96. I think this one came out of a Bravada or maybe a Trailblazer or something. And let's see, what else is in it? So it's got, I only paid $1,800 for it. And the hood alone was, I think the hood was $900 for the hood. And the brake conversion on the rear disc brakes was probably another $1,000. So, I already, those two pieces alone paid for the car. And as long as the motor's good, doesn't run, think it's a fuel pump. He said he's got a fuel cell he put in, a little tiny, maybe a 1-gallon fuel cell. He moved the battery to the back. I don't know why, that was kind of silly. And he put a fuel cell where the battery was, and he put gas in the fuel cell and ran it for somebody else to prove that the car ran and was okay. And anyway, so I go look at this profile. I know this guy. I've known this guy for 20 years. We went on the Hot Rod Power Tour together. His name's Roger Berry. He's got 2 first names, Roger Berry. Yeah. So I texted him. I had already texted him a message about the car before, and because I didn't know who he was. And then I said, "Oh my God, Roger! Holy shit! I haven't talked to you in forever." I said, "Call me." And I typed in my phone number, and he immediately called me. I got a phone call seconds after I sent the message. So, and we got talking about old times and stuff. And so I trust if the motor is bad, he'll take care of it. He's a good guy, so I don't think I'm going to have a problem. If I start the motor and it's knocking, and I call him, he's going to work it out with me. So I don't think I was at risk buying it. I think I got to, as long as the motor's good, it was a steal. So, yeah, I can't be a race car driver. He's got 2 first names. Well, wait a minute. Isn't Paul Newman That's two first names, isn't it? Newman? Isn't that a first name? Not Rogers. No, not Kenny Rogers. No. Police vehicle. No, it was actually... Well, this is... Wait, it gets better. I never knew this was an option on this car. I cracked up because I'm looking at it, the pictures more now, after I told him I was going to buy it, and I got off and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this thing's got crank windows in it. I didn't even know that was possible. I've never seen that vintage Impala, Caprice, Roadmaster, wagon, or sedan of all the series. I've never, ever seen crank windows in one of these cars. And this one's got crank windows. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. We all have this. Well, it's this piece right here. Hang on a minute. So this is the passenger side door panel. Okay. And these controls are for the power seat right here. All right. And then this is the windows right here. It's for the window. And this car doesn't even have a place for this. The way this door panel's made, this doesn't exist. They didn't put a plug in it. It just doesn't exist. The door quits way behind where this is. You know, it flattens out. And then the crank handle's down in front of where this would be, lower. It's right next to the speaker grill. So I've never seen that. This is on every single one of these cars. It doesn't matter if it's a Buick, a Oldsmobile, the Caprice, sedan, wagon. It don't matter. Every car has this in it except this one. It's the first time I've ever seen that. So it's got to be very rare to have one of these model cars with crank windows in it. So I just couldn't stop laughing. I called my buddy back because he didn't know that either. And I told him, this thing's got crank windows. He said, get out of here. I said, no, go look. So I couldn't believe it. Just cracked me up. I just thought that was hilarious. So he says everything works. You know, I'll find out. I haven't had a chance to look at it. I picked it up yesterday late. Well, not too late, but I got it home and, you know, start finishing packing to go on my trip. So I didn't fool with it yet. When I get back from my brother's, I'll check it all out. So, but anyway, yeah. So that was my late. So even if, as long as the motor's good, if there turns out to be other problems, you know, the other wagon I bought for $1,200 with the motor that's got a problem. I mean, it'll run, and if I put thicker oil in it, I'm sure it'll be fine. But I've got $1,200 in this one and $1,800 in this one, so combined that's $4,000. If I have to put the two cars together to make one good car, it's a screaming deal at $4,000 because you can't buy these cars for that kind of money. If it's a good one, they start at $6,000 or $8,000 and go up from there. I've seen these cars still bring in $18,000. And you know, it's just the people want this wagon, but they want it with the LT1 in it. You know, and if you've got an LT1 wagon, it brings good money. So even if I have to say I've only got one car out of the two for $4,000, it was still a good deal. Plus the cowl hood, which I'm probably going to put on one of my Impalas. I love the hood. So anyway, so that was my latest acquisition in cars. I'll find out when I get back from my brother's just how good a deal it was and what I need to do to work on it. He didn't want to run he unplugged the fuel pump on purpose, he said, because he knew the fuel was old in it and he didn't want to pump it into the fuel rail. So he disconnected the lines from the tank and ran it off the little fuel cell he put up front. So I don't know. I'll probably end up just pumping the fuel if the pump works. I'll probably just pump the fuel out of the tank and then fill it with clean gas, you know, fresh gas, and then hook it back up and try to run it. See if it'll start. I'm sure it'll start. These cars always start. Whether or not it's got, you know, no oil pressure or bad bearings or whatever, and it's going to start knocking or not, I don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully it won't. as long as you change the oil regularly, that motor will run for 400,000 miles easy. It's when you just don't take care of it is when they, and that's just true with any engine. If you don't do regular maintenance and take care of it, they all fail. So they don't like to be abused, any of them. So my brother lives in Indiana, right? It's Avon, Indiana, which is just west of Indianapolis, about exactly the same level across the state as Indianapolis, but to the west a little bit. So, yeah, I'm that's where he lives, and I'm gonna be heading out of there. It's 10:30. I should probably shut this down and get going, guys. I need to get on the road. But I wanted to come in and say, Merry Christmas to you guys, and I don't know if I'm going to be doing a show next Saturday. If I do, it'll probably be from his house, and that'll give me a week to fart around with setting something up that maybe will work so I can have a show next week at his place. So I'm going to attempt it. We'll see. Well, you can just start it up and let it run, Mike. I mean, that's, that'll at least keep the engine warmed up and, good. Charge the battery, all that good stuff. So, yeah, just go out and start it up and let it run for a half an hour. Why am I going to see him for Christmas? Why? Did you have the impression that me and my brother didn't get along or something? Well, yeah, of course but it's better than nothing, Mike. I mean, at least you got the engine warmed up, circulated the oil and all that. Yeah, of course you want to run the wheels and the tranny and get movement, but take my brother a vase. Actually, he has his own 3D printer, so I'm going to print him one when I get up there. He has a bamboo printer, so there's a couple of things I'm going to make him print when I get up there, and a vase will be one of them for sure. So. Oh, you didn't mean it like that? Okay, so you meant it like, why am I going to Indiana in the wintertime, right? Yeah, that's exactly what I can just ask myself. What the hell am I doing? Why on earth am I going to Indiana in the wintertime, for Christ's sake? That's just stupid. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I agree, 100%. It's a bad idea. I'm really second guessing myself a lot here. This is really a stupid idea. Oh no, I don't think you were being rude. No. Mike, you worry too much. You're not going to hurt my feelings, buddy. We're pals. That's you can speak your mind with me. I'm not going to get mad at you. Well, because I'll tell you why. I like driving at night better because there's a lot less traffic on the road, and I have no problem seeing at night. It's easier on the car. It's cooler. You're not driving in the heat, so no traffic. Not driving in the hot air. It keeps the engine cooler. I'll make better time. There won't be any traffic jams, and so I should be able to get there by probably at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. So, I shouldn't really run into any traffic jams or anything anywhere. Easier to get robbed. Not in America. And not where I'm going. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem. So, but yeah, that's I haven't seen him. Well, I saw him last year, um, at his my niece's daughter's first birthday, 1 year old birthday. So, but um, I don't know. Just wanted to go see him. Wanted to get away. Just needed. I needed a break. I'm really kind of tapped out right now with everything going on. So yeah, I just needed a break. I wanted to get away. So we don't really celebrate Christmas here. Um, just the house is a wreck. No place to put a tree up. Um, just yeah, um, yeah. I'm taking a bunch of RC with me. I'm taking my tank, 2 trucks, um, 4 planes, 4 helicopters. Um, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, since there's more guys in here, any of you guys have any of the Arma? Um, what do they call it? The Gorn trucks, the little Gorn trucks that they came out with. Um, has the little IC2 plug on it. Do you guys have a? Can somebody send me a picture of the charger? I'm looking for my charger for it, and I think I know what it looks like, but I haven't found it, and it doesn't look like I'm gonna find it. But I think I've got something that'll work. I think this is gonna work. So I gotta remember to take this. I'll put this back in the box over here. Take that box. Um, so if any of you guys have one of those Arma, the small pickup truck that they came out with, I think it's, what is it, 24th scale? I think it's 24th scale. Yeah, if you could send me a picture of what the charger looks like. I'm pretty sure it's just a little tiny square or rectangle, and it just has the plug in the end where you plug the IC2 into it. There's no balance lead, so it just plugs in and charges. And I think that's what it looks like, if I remember right. So no, it's not an IC3. That's too big. It's a real tiny plug. It's an IC2 plug. Um, and I don't think it came with the IC3 to IC2 adapter. I don't remember it coming with that adapter. So I think the actual, I have the other charger right here that's similar to what I think I'm looking for. Oh, that's right. I took it out to the truck already. It was a square box that you hook a USB Type C plug into, and then the other side had an EC3 or IC3 plug on it and a balance lead. But it's a real tiny little box, and I think the one I'm looking for is even tinier than that. It's a long, skinny, with just an EC2 plug in the end of it, IC2 plug in it, and yeah, a little black oblong box. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. I think that's what it is. Yeah, where did I charge it last? It's been a while since I've played with this truck, so it's been a while, but it should have been in my trailer, and I cleaned the trailer out, and I don't see. I got everything in a bag from the trailer, and it wasn't in there, so I don't know where it went. I'm really confused where it might have gone. I thought it might have been in my armrest. It still might be. I dug up through my armrest and I didn't find it, but it could be in there. I might have just missed it. See, this is exactly what I thought it was, like this one, but it's not. I'll show you what this looks like. I think it's kind of the opposite of this. All right, so we've got this USB connector, right? With and it lights up green and red, and then it goes full green when it charges. And I thought it was basically this, but instead of having at this end, the USB plug was on the other end of it. This just has the balance lead plug on it, right? So, and there's no balance lead on these batteries, so this isn't it. But I thought it was something very similar to this, and it had the IC2 plug. Not a balance plug, just the IC2 plug on the end, and you plugged it in. I could have sworn that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I have 3 of these in the truck already. Yeah, Philip, but these batteries don't have balance leads on them, so I can't do that. I've got a balance lead charger in the truck plus these. I've got a 2-cell and a 3-cell charger in the truck to charge off the balance lead, but there's no balance lead on these batteries. There's actually I think the FMS one didn't come with a balance lead either. I've got an FMS truck and the Arma truck in the that take with me, and I don't think even the battery in the FMS truck has a balance lead on it. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So if any of you have one and you send me a picture, that'd be great, because I just want to confirm what I'm looking for, so I know when I find it that's the right thing. And otherwise, I'm going to try using that jumper wire. And if it doesn't work, I still have the other truck to play with, so I know that one will charge. I won't have any trouble charging that one. I do have a XT 60 to an XT. What is it? I think it's an XT20 connector adapter. So I know I can charge, and that's what's on the FMS one's got an XT connector. So I know I can charge that one. The other one's an IC2, and they're different. The IC2 and the XT20 do not plug together like the other ones do. The EC3 and into a XT60. Yeah, it's a 2-cell. Yeah, it's a 2S. It's a 2S battery. Both the trucks have 2S batteries in them. So you got to remember that's 8.4 volts. Charged, and that's a lot for a car or a truck. Yeah, of course, a 3-cell's even faster. But back in the day when I was racing, I was only running 7.2 volts. With the old NiCad batteries. So this is more 2 cells, more voltage than that, and so they're pretty fast, plenty fast enough. I don't want to hit something and have the thing disintegrate. That's too fast. I don't want to break it. It's fast enough. Hell, the FMS has got a wheelie bar on the back of it because it's got wheelies. It's so quick. So it was called an XT30. Okay, so yeah, maybe it's an XT30 instead of an XT20. Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was, but that won't plug into an IC2. They're slightly different. So that you can't put them together like you can do an IC3 and an XT60. They'll plug together, but you can't. The two won't. So, anyway, I need the IC version in that small plug, and I'm pretty sure that I know what I'm looking for, but I can't find it right now. So we'll play with it when I get up there. I think I can figure something out to make it charge. I don't need that one in the truck. I got plenty. I don't know why I have so many of these. Christ, I don't have that many. Well, apparently I do. I didn't know I did. But apparently I have at least 4 of these vehicles that take this charge. That came with this charger. I can't think what they are, but yeah, I can't think for the life of me because all these vehicles I'm playing with, none of the batteries. Oh, you know what? I know what these came with. These came with the big trucks, the Volt, I forget the name of it now. Yeah, the truck, this truck. The one this body fits on. I've got 2 of these. And then I've got... Hang on a minute. I'll take it out of the bag. Yeah, this truck came with a 3-cell battery. Okay? So I have 2 of these. And then I have 2 of the bigger version, the monster truck version. This is the street truck. And then I have 2 of the monster truck versions of the voltage, I think it is. The something voltage. And I have 2 of those. And those are 3-cell trucks. Or maybe they are. Is this a 2-cell charger or 3? Oh no, this is a 2-cell charger anyway. Yeah, so it's a 2-cell. But they come with balance leads. So that's what these are from. You're gonna put a 4S in your Twig? Yeah. You better use more than hot glue putting that thing together, Mike. I don't think it's going to stay together with hot glue. Not at that speed, because that thing's going to be hauling ass with a 4S in it. Holy shit. Yeah. A dating site? Wait a minute. What did I miss here? Roy, you're on a dating site right now? What are you... What? What the hell's going on? Oh, you had an advertisement, Mike? Well, there you go. Yeah, see, it's working. Oh, the ads have been for dating sites. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, I got you now. So, all right, guys, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna head out, finish packing, and get out of here. So I'll see you maybe next Saturday. I'll do a show, and we'll do this again. I'll probably do one from up there. I think I'm pretty sure I'll get something set up so we can do a show next Saturday. So I'll see you guys then. All right, guys. Have a great night. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Well, you'll see me before New Year's. I don't know if I may do a Christmas show, Christmas Day show. If you guys want me to, let me know. Just put comments in the bottom there, and I'll read them. And the same thing for a New Year's show. New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. We want to drop the ball live. I'll do a show live while the ball's dropping if you want. Just let me know. Comments at the bottom. and I'll see you guys then. All right. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great night. We'll see you. Thanks for coming. Bye.